My name's Marian O'Callaghan. I'm 44, originally from North London, but I've been in Galway about 30 years, living up Nacara. Mum's from Mayo, dad's from Armagh. Middle child, older brother, younger sister, 5 years between all of us. Typical Irish family growing up. Mum and dad worked. We had a happy life, but we grew up Irish. We grew up proud to be Irish, you know.
What was that like, proud to be Irish in London? Was it okay, or was it?
There was a bit of slagging about being Irish, but my dad was 6'4", so we just used to joke about dad being in the IRA and that, but it wasn't so much of a big deal until I came here and then got an awful lot of abuse over my accent and bullying.
I was going to ask that,
yeah.
Because I know what that is like as well.
Yeah. I was 14 when I moved here, and just literally expected to be welcomed with open arms, and that really wasn't the case. People were, a lot of adults as well, and as I got older, when I was 18 and that in the pubs, a lot of abuse over my accent. Mostly men who basically told me to fuck off where I came from, like, and that was head-wrecking as a teenager, because then the feelings of not belonging, but I never wanted to change my accent either, and the teachers liked me, and I was on the debating team and that, so I could turn it in one way to my advantage. And a few pubs had served me because I pretended I was in university with my accent, so that was quite handy as well, like. And I still have my accent 30 years later. Yeah.
Quickly, what were did you tell your parents like about bullying, and what did they say?
I think recently I did. They wouldn't have been as aware, but there was instances in school with bullying and that where it did get hard, do you know, and feelings of not belonging and not fitting in when I was Irish, and just the accent. I'm just wondering, I mean, it's just how we pronounce things differently, like. And I mean, 30 years later, nobody gives a fig what accent you have. They don't care.
Can you remember your first job?
My first job. I remember when I was 14, helping out. My uncle was president of a golf course in Downpatrick, so there was a function at it. I remember doing waitressing at that and thinking that was great crack. Yeah. Swimming, sea swimming. I started just before lockdown, and anyone that knew me a few years ago, a very cold person, and just couldn't understand why anybody in the right mind would swim in the sea. Couldn't comprehend it. And one day people were like, why don't you come with us and try it? And if you don't like it, you never have to do it. And I fell in love with it there and then. My dad's aunt used to swim every day in Wicklow in the sea, actually wearing her ring, and I bring her swimming with me. So it's like keeping the tradition alive, and the peace it brings me and confidence. It's literally changed my life. Yeah. Proudest moment.
Through all you've come through in your life. Proudest moment.
Giving up the drink, and I'm over a decade sober, and this is my second time around doing it for myself and kids, and turning past traumas into being sober and being the best mum that I can be. I'm not perfect, but I'm a brilliant mum. I'm firm but fair. My kids know if I give my word, I give my word, and I'm there for them, and emotionally available for them as well, like, which is very big, and putting them first, putting boys first, because being a single mum, you have to put up and show up, and what's the point of continuing drinking and being miserable, and it's ruining my kid's life? There's no point in it, like.
know how important two boys are.
And also having a son with special needs, especially an invisible disability, just being there for him, like, and just showing him, just get up and do it, like, and just being kind to yourself. And there's many people that struggle, but you don't have to struggle in silence. There's so many people out there going through daily struggles, but we're only as guilty as our secrets. And I think if more people were able to sit down like us and openly talk about our problems, there's no shame in that. They'd realise most people are going through it or something similar.
Do you have any regrets?
Yeah. Yeah. Wasting time on people that I thought were contributing to my life that weren't. Yeah. I was in an abusive relationship many years ago, and it took a long time to forgive myself for bringing that person into my life and around my kids. But staying a single mum and giving my kids the best and putting them first changed my life. And more people need to know that there's more to an abusive relationship than people hitting you. Like controlling money, controlling what you wear, controlling, and not being afraid to speak up. Like, life is hard, but you don't need to be miserable.
What one bit of advice would you give her?
You've all the answers inside you. You don't need anyone else. You don't need anyone's permission. And at the end of the day, the only person that can embarrass myself is me. Most people don't give a crap. Wear what you want to wear. Be who what you want to wear, but be kind. And don't be cruel, because we're all different. We're all suffering somehow. And you're enough.